Thanks for coming to J&N Travels podcast with your hosts, John and Nancy.
Hi.
We will discuss everything travel, including cruising, Disney World, other general travel, snowbirding tips, trivia, and other fun things. So, Nancy, today's discussion is one of our favorite things to do in Disney World, which is resort hopping.
Yes, that's a lot of fun.
And the primary resort hopping that we like to do is the monorail.
Mm-hmm.
The whole monorail system with 3 hotels and the park.
That's right.
So we're going to tell you how we do it. It's something you might want to do yourself. Now, there are 3 hotels you can stop at: the Grand Floridian, Contemporary, or Polynesian. They all have access to the monorail.
Mm-hmm.
We always choose a Polynesian. Many years ago, we parked at the Contemporary, but 90% of the time, it's the Polynesian. So usually you have to tell the guard at the gate why you're there. We always tell them we're there for
you
a
have
Dole
to give
Whip.
them your license. They want
Yeah.
to check your license.
And they let you in, you park, and we go into the lobby of the Polynesian.
Yeah.
Polynesian's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. I love Polynesian. It's a beautiful resort.
Not to mention our favorite restaurant is in the Polynesian
Ohana's.
Ohana's, right?
Oh, man, that restaurant is amazing.
So you go into the lobby, we get our lei for around our head, we walk around the lobby, we walk down to the pool and the beach, and just walk around there.
It's so pretty. And they have the Dole Whips there. I think they're around $5, $6. They're really good.
We like to try do that a couple times on vacation too. So at that point, we go upstairs to the monorail.
Mm-hmm.
We take the monorail over to the Grand Floridian.
Oh, beautiful.
And
resort.
we have the option of getting out at the Grand Floridian, walking around, which we've done, or just going through that and going to the next stop.
And so this year we were pleasantly surprised when we did visit the Grand Floridian because they had the Easter eggs display that wasn't advertised that we didn't know about anyways.
Yeah, Disney doesn't, I'm sure it's intentional, they don't do a great job of promoting these smaller events. That was specially made eggs, molded eggs.
They were beautiful.
And so that was a lot of fun. We walked around there. We caught that totally by surprise.
Yeah, we saw artists painting these gorgeous eggs. And if you want to check out our video, we have a video on the beautiful Easter eggs at the Grand Floridian Hotel.
Now, we've done a couple of trips on the monorail this year. And another time was you had mentioned or talked about the different entrance we came across totally by mistake.
That's right, yeah. We went into a different entrance, and that was when we saw the penguin fountain.
Right, right. We were totally surprised because it looked like we thought it was the main entrance.
I thought so. I go, gee, we never went in this way before.
And the cutest fountain. So there again, we walk around Grand Floridian, their pool area, and explore that. In fact, when we had done that last year, the year before, there was a wedding going on.
Oh, yeah. We saw Minnie and Mickey.
Dressed up in there.
And they were dressed up. Yeah, that was really cool.
So that was great. That was something different then, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're done the Grand Floridian, you get back on the monorail again.
Yeah.
You go around. You pass where the bricks used to be. We had a brick that we bought many, many years ago that's now gone.
That's too bad. I would have loved that, to have that. I could have put it in my yard.
I know. And that's
I could put it in my garden.
That was placed on the little beach between the Grand Floridian and the Magic Kingdom. So we take the monorail over to the Magic Kingdom. We always get off there, go down to the front. You can't get into the parks, of course, but you can pose right by the gate and get some of the Main Street and that beautiful floral design that they have in front.
Yeah. And sometimes if the train is parked there, you can get that in the background, which is nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we choose always at that point. You can get back on that and go to the Contemporary, but we like to, we've done both, but we like to walk over the Contemporary.
Yeah, we like to walk over.
It's a nice little walk. You walk down there, you go into the ground level Contemporary, go up to the second floor, and there's gift shops and Chef Mickey. And we walk around and explore that, right?
Yeah.
And then at that point, when we're done there, we take the escalator up to the 3rd floor, I think, and take that and get back on the monorail again.
Right. And one time when we went to the Contemporary, this is our last time or the year before, I think, we saw they had a display of Cinderella's castle all done in gingerbread.
That was this time.
That was this time.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember. It seemed like fun. Was it this year or last year?
Well, it's funny because we were down there for 3 months, so we got the transition. In January, we got the transition from the Christmas gingerbread houses.
Yes.
And then, as you mentioned, by the time we left in March, we had the transition of the eggs
Easter.
at Grand Floridian.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So that was nice. So at that point, we're on the monorail, and we take it back to Actually, there's two things you can do here. Okay, so we take it back to the ticket center. There's a
Mhm.
ticket center in the Polynesian. So if you've had enough, you can take it directly to Polynesian and get off and get your car and get out of there.
Mhm.
We do two things at the ticket center. One is we get off and just change monorails and take a nice ride down through Epcot.
Yeah, that's really nice.
You,
Yeah.
you get a great view. You go around the park.
Yeah.
It's a very nice way to see
Yeah,
Epcot.
yeah, you get a nice view. I always like seeing the France Pavilion. That's really pretty when you see the Eiffel Tower, and that's pretty.
Well, the thing is too, you actually can see behind the construction walls that they have up that the average person walking through Epcot can't see. So we go through Epcot. We'll come back to the ticket center. At that point, there again, we've done two different things. Either you can get back on the monorail and take it over to Polynesian, but
Mhm.
usually at that point, we will walk from the ticket center to the Polynesian, which is a short walk.
Get our steps in.
Right. Gives us a chance to walk through the back paths and along the beach with those new huts there that they have.
Oh yeah, those are nice. Yeah.
And see the beach, go through the torches. And at that point, if we haven't had enough, we hang around the Polynesian a little while. If we have had enough, we go out to our car and head back.
If
So that's a monorail.
If it's late enough, we can view the fireworks from the Polynesian.
Right. Oh, you're right. That's something I totally forgot
Yeah,
about.
I mean, a couple of times we just said, well, we might as well stay here. The fireworks are going to begin in an hour, so we just hung around and people watched and stayed for the fireworks.
And
Great view.
we've actually had unintentionally we were going to go back to the Polynesian beach to watch them, and we were actually on the monorail and didn't get back in time and watched them on the monorail going back there.
Yeah, we ended up seeing them from the monorail. That was different.
But that's a very nice thing, and that's a nice thing
nice
to do on its own if you just go to Poly and go to the beach because they actually pipe in the music.
Yeah, that was really nice. And you could see the light parade. That's after the fireworks.
The electrical light, right?
Yeah, they still have that, and that's so pretty.
I mean, that's obviously dated. It's
Yeah,
very simple, but it's something
it's
that
pretty.
if you're into Disney nostalgia, that something goes back many
I mean,
years.
the whole area is beautiful because you can see the Grand Floridian in the background. It's just so pretty.
Right. Now, as I said, that is our favorite resort hop. You can do others. We've driven over to the Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah.
Walked around that. That's a gorgeous one. It looks like we always compare it. It's supposed to be like a lodge out in the Midwest.
Yeah.
But we always talk about how it looks like the old Lego lodge that we had as kids.
I always like the totem pole that's in there. I always get a picture of the totem pole with Mickey and Donald Duck. And
that's really nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice totem pole.
We've eaten at the restaurant there, which is
it's delicious. Whispering Canyon.
Kind of barbecue type of foods.
Yeah, it was very good.
And
the Roaring Fork, we had lunch there.
Right. And if you walk around the outside, it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
The way they have it all laid out.
Of course, it's Disney. They're all gorgeous.
And that's basically the start of that resort hop. So at that point, we walk down the dock and we take the boat. And the boat goes to Magic Kingdom. Right now, it used to be different where you go direct, but the last time we did it, you had to go to Magic Kingdom first.
Yeah.
So at that point, we'll get off and do something, pose for pictures there, because this is usually done a separate day. We don't usually do more than one resort hop in a day.
Right.
So it's a separate day, so we'll go in front of the Magic Kingdom, then we'll get on a different boat, take it back to the Wilderness Campground. So what we usually do is get on the boat from the Magic Kingdom, we go to Fort Wilderness Lodge, Fort Wilderness Campground, and walk around Fort Wilderness Campground. We did this was it Christmas time we did it? Well, it was still Christmas time, right? Because a lot of the campsites were decked out for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just, they didn't take, it was a little after Christmas, but they didn't take their decorations down. Most people don't do it till after New Year's, so.
And at one point they had stables there.
Yeah.
With the horses, but they weren't there the last time we went.
No, we didn't see them.
But we did find them when we were driving through another time that they were in the front of the Fort Wilderness Park. So maybe they've actually moved the stables. I'm not sure. But that's a nice take. And the Fort Wilderness is the place where they have the hoop-de-doo.
Yeah, we're going to have to check out that show one time. Have you ever seen it?
No, I have not seen that yet. So basically that's a much shorter route. It's Wilderness Lodge to the Magic Kingdom, from the Magic Kingdom out to Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
And then you can go for Fort Wilderness. You have to backtrack and go back to Magic Kingdom and then go back to Wilderness. Now, at that point, when you're in front of the Magic Kingdom, you can go anywhere. They have boats that go to the any of the monorail deluxe resorts. So you can do that if you want as an alternate to go into Fort Wilderness. You can go to, you can go to Wilderness Lodge and go to Magic Kingdom and take that to Grand Floridian, or Polynesian, or something like that.
Mhm.
So that's a secondary resort hopping we do. Then the other resort hopping we do is kind of on the side. It's individual stuff. There's
Yeah.
the All Stars.
Yeah.
There's the Coronado.
Coronado, yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful resort. And we bumped into Daisy Duck and Chip and Dale there.
That was quite
to
the
our surprise,
right.
we got a great picture of
Right.
them with us. We hadn't seen that hotel in years, and I forgot how beautiful it was.
Right. Then another one, maybe our second favorite resort hopping, is we go to the boardwalk,
Mm-hmm.
park there,
Yeah.
and just do the loop around. You can either take the friendship boats right from the boardwalk in,
Mm-hmm.
or you can walk it. We
Yeah,
usually
it's a nice
walk
walk.
it, right?
Yeah, good
and
walk.
you can walk. If you turn to the left when you come out of the board, when you're facing the water, you'll go to the Swan and Dolphin.
Yeah, those are beautiful hotels.
You can walk from there down to the studios.
Yep.
Or if you go to the right when you come through the boardwalk, you can walk around the water and go down to Epcot.
Yeah.
Or just walk around the lake and hit the resorts on the other side. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of potential resort hopping.
It's a beautiful walk.
At the boardwalk, right?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun. That's probably our second favorite.
I think
so much
so.
there, right?
Yeah, there is a lot there. I like that as well. It's a nice walk.
And with the exception of doing individual resorts, like going to the All Stars and just checking that one resort, the other resort hopping that we do, the last one on our list, would probably be using the Skyliner.
Yeah, that's a fun ride.
But Disney has
It's a lot of fun.
Disney has gotten a little sneaky with the Skyliner now, because you
Yeah.
used to be able to park at any Skyliner resort and hop on it and go around and explore.
Right. Now,
But people have been taking advantage of that and using it to skip theme park parking.
yes.
So now you've got to get a little bit more creative to get to these resorts, which
That's
we've
true.
done. So we've taken it from the Pop Century, which will take you. The main hub is at the Riviera,
Mm-hmm.
and you can either go from Pop Century and go to the Riviera stop,
Yeah.
and then from there you can go out to Epcot and the studios.
Yes.
Or you can get off on that same one. There's a stop at the Caribbean Resort, so you can basically pick up the Skyliner from Pop Century, Riviera, Caribbean, or at either Epcot or the studios. Those
Yes.
are really the 5 that I can think of.
Yeah.
So if you grab on any of those, then you can see all the resorts we just mentioned.
Yeah, the Riviera is beautiful. That's a fairly new one, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's beautiful there. They're all beautiful, these Disney resorts. You can't beat Disney resorts.
So
But it's fun to explore, because I think last year was the first time we explored Riviera, and we were impressed.
it was very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have their own theme.
I know,
That's the
they
thing.
do.
So those are basically what we do. And we do several of these, if not all of them, whenever we go down to Florida.
Mm.
But it's a great free way to spend the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything.
Right.
But then you can turn around if you want and get yourself an ice cream or a
Oh,
Dole Whip,
Whip,
or have
yeah.
lunch at one of the resorts.
Yeah, you can have lunch at one of the resorts. I mean, it's nice. It's just fun to explore, because Disney, they know how to do it right, and their resorts are just beautiful.
Right, they are. So anything else you'd add to that, or basically that covers our resort hopping?
I think one of the resorts, and I believe it was the Riviera, when we walked in, they had this really beautiful artwork. The characters, they had some of the characters on the walls. And I enjoyed
Was that
seeing.
one? Okay.
I think that was Riviera.
In the lobby and
in the
stuff.
lobby. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy just, the lobbies of these resorts. They're just quite beautiful.
Well, and that's a good point too. You go to resorts, there's all sorts of things you can do walking around, but just the art itself,
Yeah.
the sculptures
Yeah,
or statues.
I really enjoy looking at them. Yeah.
So if you're looking for something cheap to do, if you're looking for different ways to spend the day in Florida, think about resort hopping.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay, today's trivia questions are: which country has the most pyramids? Which country has the most pyramids? Our second trivia question: why are cruise ships mostly white? Why are cruise ships mostly white? And our third question of today, which section of Magic Kingdom has no bathrooms? Which section of Magic Kingdom has no bathrooms? I better not go there.
Yeah, right.
Hello, I'm Nancy, and welcome to Nancy's Fun Facts. Today I have 5 travel fun facts for you.
So, Nancy, what do you have for fun facts for us today?
I have fun facts on the Louvre Museum.
Something I know very little about.
Situated in Paris on the bank of the Seine, the building was built by Philip II between the 12th and 13th century. It was once a fortress, and traces of this can be found in the basement of the building.
That's interesting.
Number 2, the Louvre Museum is massive with 380,000 artifacts available. It only displays 35,000 works of art and 8 curatorial departments. If you decide to see all of the 380,000 pieces of art for 30 seconds and 8-hour day shifts, it will take you 400 days to finish them all.
So it's over a year. That's amazing, too, because you wonder with 380, if only 35,000 displayed, that's over 300,000 that are stored somewhere.
I know.
So where do you store all these? That's amazing.
Number 3, during World War II, the Louvre Museum was used by the Nazis as a storage for stolen art.
I think I'd heard that before.
Number 4, the fame of the Mona Lisa was really due to its theft. It wasn't all that famous until August 21st, 1911, when the painting was stolen from the Louvre Museum.
I've never heard that story. Okay.
And number 5, Vincent Perugia, an employee of the Louvre Museum, stole the painting because he felt it should have been returned to an Italian museum. It was returned to the Louvre in 1914. Perugia served 6 months in prison and was hailed for his patriotism.
That's very interesting.
That is very
I never even heard that story.
No, very interesting.
Today's snowbirding tip is cheap beer. Cocktails, beer, wine, all sorts of alcoholic drinks are very expensive no matter where you go in Florida. But we found one place that the cost was pretty low. You can get a cheap beer at Old Town on 192 in Kissimmee. We found ice cold beer at many places in Old Town for $2 or more, but they start at $2. So go there for a cheap beer, walk around, use the amusements if you want. That's where we go for our cheap beer. The following segment is edited from our YouTube Live. What is your criteria for picking a cruise? Well, why don't you read the list there, and people can throw their input.
So would it be the cruise line or the size of the ship, the time of year to go, the cost, ports of call, ports the cruise leaves from, or entertainment and food?
What would you say ours are? I mean, we used to be the ship, and
well, ours is definitely time of year because we like to go in the fall, and probably the cost, I would say.
Well, no, there's a combination there for us because the time of year is huge. Like you said, it's got to be around October now. That's going down to Florida in the winter.
Right.
It's also the probably tied for that would be the port at least.
Yeah, the port.
Because I always have to do it port from either Boston, New Jersey, or New York.
New York, right.
So those are the two primary things. And then, of course, the cost is going to be if we even book the trip.
So the cost would be third, okay.
Well, that would be determined after we found the first two. If the cruise fell in a certain price range, then we would book the cruise.
Because cruise lines, I mean, we're open to different cruise lines. And we hadn't cruised on Carnival in over 30 years, and we just did, and we enjoyed it. It was really nice, the Horizon. We'd like to definitely try different cruise lines.
But we used to be more picky with the cruise lines. Used to be more picky with the ports of call.
Yeah, port of call.
And now those really are last on our list, right?
Yep.
We would do anything from a smaller ship to the biggest ships. Yeah. And the port of calls, we're starting to repeat some ports anyway. So
I mean, I wouldn't mind repeating the last cruise with Aruba and Bonaire and Amber Cove. That would have been nice.
Right.
Repeat that. Because in Aruba, we went to Eagle Beach. I'd like to see the other side of Aruba. It would be fun to repeat that.
Captain's criteria for picking a cruise: cost, time of year, length of cruise.
Length of cruise.
Where
That's
ship leaves from, where it is going. Yeah, the way we do it, I'm not sure how everyone does it, is we always get online just to get an idea of what's out there. Length of cruise
is important.
That should be in the top 3 too, because we went either 12 to it's either going to be 12 to 14 or we look for back to back because you lose a day.
Yeah.
Like on a 7-day cruise, you're down to 5 days really.
I remember the first time he said, we're going to do a 14-day cruise. I'm like, oh my gosh, I go, that sounds too long. And I loved it. It went by so fast. And now I wouldn't want to do anything less, 12 or 14.
All our cruises are out of the Caribbean mostly.
Yeah.
So just finding ones that have new ports. But there's a lot of ports out there that we haven't. Like Grand Turk is one that people rave about.
Yeah,
we haven't done that yet. There's several out there that I would love to do. If we can get at least 1 or 2 new ports each trip, then that's great.
Yeah, like Aruba and Bonaire, that was great. And Amber Cove in Dominican.
Cruise line, there's certain ones he doesn't like.
Oh,
what are the ones that you really don't want? Ship size and the number of sea days.
Oh yeah,
that's an interesting one because I'm a big lover of sea days over islands.
Yeah, some people don't like that. Right, they don't like too many sea days. Our son went to Hawaii and he had 7 straight sea days. I wouldn't have liked that. But,
no.
And unfortunately for him, there wasn't a lot of activities that they had on the cruise.
Well, and that's a valid point too. If you go on a cruise ship that doesn't have a lot, like he did, then it's not worth it. My sea days is based on the ones we've gone on that have plenty of stuff going on during the day, right? But so he says he likes certain ones he won't go on anymore. Then the number of sea days, but if he's going with family, it's cost.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. If we were taking the kids back in the old days, cost would be a major factor.
That's absolutely right.
Is the private islands. It's starting to become my priority. I absolutely love the private islands.
We really fell in love with Castaway Key or Castaway Cay. That was nice. We got to do that twice too because it was a back-to-back in the same ports. We got to do it twice. That was nice.
Cruise out of San Juan and you go to St. Kitts, St. Lucia, Barbados, Tortilla. Plus the ABC Islands, 10 days. That is a great cruise.
That sounds fantastic. I sailed out of San Juan on the first cruise I ever went on. It was a Carnival cruise. I had to fly to San Juan. That's where we sailed out of.
Thing is, I've never been to actually San Juan. The 2 times we were supposed to stop, the ship skipped it for weather or some reason.
Yeah,
and so I haven't been there. Nancy has. We've done St. Kitts, St. Lucia. Barbados is one of our favorite stops.
Mm-hmm.
Tortilla, I've never been to. And the ABC Islands, we've done Bonaire on the last cruise. Aruba. And we haven't done Curacao, right?
No. Yeah, so I would like, that's a great. So
that would be a great cruise.
Yeah.
We won't do Carnival or NCL.
And really?
No mega ships. Oh, that's interesting with NCL. NCL used to be one of our favorite cruise lines.
Yeah.
We haven't ridden on it in a while.
No, we haven't.
The last one was Carnival, and before that was Royal, right?
Yeah, which we've really loved.
Yeah.
We were on the Oasis.
Tortola, it's pronounced.
Tortola, okay.
Not tortilla. Tortola. Was it Old Town?
Yeah, I've been to
old part of it.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Just get off the ship and explore.
I did do that. I did do that. Yeah, we were really disappointed because our son was with us on that cruise, and we were really looking forward to enjoying San Juan, and then it got canceled. I forget what the reason was.
Well, there was.
Was it weather related?
I can't remember now. Was that the one we had the evac and it wasted so much time?
Yes, that's exactly right.
So much time.
That's what happened. Yes.
Old San Juan, it's called.
Old San Juan. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember going into the shops in Old San Juan because I bought a beautiful gold cross. I still have it. I bought it for my mother, but I have it now.
What's the other? So Grand Turk, what's some of the islands we really wanted to go to that we haven't gone? Well, Bermuda's another one. If you've never been to Bermuda, the only problem with Bermuda is you can't go really in October when we like to sail. We went 3 or 4 times.
We went in August.
And it was always August or because the kids were still in school.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
The water was beautiful.
Yes,
I love the island. It's just that if you go too early in the season or too late in the season, it's cold.
Yeah, it is cold. But every time we've been 3 times. However, we never saw the other side of the island. So if we do go back to Bermuda, we'd like to go on the other side of the island.
Yeah, there's enough to do right at the port area.
Yeah.
Within walking distance. There's a little snorkel beach there.
Right, we've been to Snorkel Beach 3 times. We went to Horseshoe Beach once, which was beautiful. The last time we went, we did that golf, and that was nice.
Oh, the miniature golf.
Miniature golf was really nice.
They have miniature golf that each of the holes represents a famous hole at some golf course in the U.S.
He's a
around the world,
golfer.
I guess.
Yeah, so he's a big golfer, so he really enjoyed that. So we did different things, but we just never made it over to the other side of the island. One time we rented a boat. That was a little Boston whaler boat, and that was fun.
Yeah, that was when I almost sank, right?
That was when we lost our video equipment because it got drowned in the water that we brought into the boat.
That was the first year we had gotten insurance.
We never got it before. We decided to get it.
And it was strictly because the kids were there, and we also wanted to, we were worried more about the health type
we
of
were
stuff.
older, and we figured we better get it.
But the thing was that we took this little whaler.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was able to fill the thing in 2/3 with water. I'm not sure how he did that.
We had our backpack.
I know, Captain, you'd be ashamed of me.
He wasn't a very good captain.
So
filled the boat with
camera and the video recorder got ruined.
It got drowned.
And I found out when I got home that you could claim this under that insurance. Did you guys know that?
Wow, we were shocked about that. We were very happy.
We got reimbursed for something that we didn't even know we were covered on. So that was real good. I know you don't love NCL, but I've heard that NCL now has a free shuttle that they run from their cruise ship over to St. George.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's nice. I'd like to do that because we've never been over there. And like I said, we've been to Bermuda 3 times, but we did different things, but we never got to St. George.
And there's a lot on the other side of the island.
Yeah,
there's a little aquarium, there's a zoo, there's a cave.
Yeah. Okay, now the answers to today's trivia. The first one was, which country has the most pyramids? And the answer is Sudan.
That surprised me.
Very much so.
Of course, most of us will think Egypt, right?
Of course. Okay, the second one was, why are cruise ships mostly white? Why are cruise ships mostly white? To reflect heat.
Makes sense, right?
And the third one, which section of Magic Kingdom has no bathrooms? Liberty Square. Imagineers wanted to keep this area as authentic to colonial times as possible. There was no indoor plumbing in the 1700s.
So when we go there, they must put them right at the edge of Liberty Square because it doesn't seem like it's a long walk.
Right, because I remember going to one, so that's not actually in Liberty Square.
Must
okay,
just be
that's
on the
interesting.
border.
Yeah, it must be on the border.
Thank you, Nance.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming to J&N Travels Podcast.